Alrighty, let's jump into it. I'm John Retton with my review of AEW Rampage, Fight for the Fallen, JR, Excalibur, Tony Schiavone, and the Grand Wizard himself, Jericho Anderson, on commentary. Jericho is ruining commentary and has been for the last 2 years. It was funny at first, now he just sounds like a goddamn old crazy man yelling at clouds. And not even in the Grandpa Simpsons entertaining way, but nevertheless, we have Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, and Giant Silva Jr. taking on the Best Friends. No. Remember when Sanjay Dutt was taken seriously? And I know he's supposed to do the comical, silly manager stuff because he hasn't really wrestled all that much. I actually don't know the last match that he had, in all honesty, but I loved him in TNA/Impact Wrestling. And I know he's older, so he's been an agent and a producer for WWE, and I believe now for AEW, and he does the odd job here and there, and I'm not talking about taking the hat off and slicing off a statue's head, but nevertheless, the usual comedy with Orange Cassidy, Giant Silva Jr. manages to not break a goddamn ankle doing a crossbody, and Orange Punch on Dutt, 1, 2, 3. Oh, and he did comedy breaking the pencil, not the pencil. People who like Orange Cassidy, you'll fucking love this. Those who don't like him, like me, you're just not going to fucking care. I don't hate him. I don't want anything bad to happen to the guy, but I'm over the gimmick. I've been over the gimmick for a while. So, we have Giant Silva Jr. then attacking everybody. And then suddenly here's Wardlow. Wardlow versus Giant Silva Jr. I don't even think Wardlow's good enough to get something out of him. And Giant Silva Jr. sucks in the ring, if I mention that. I know he's trying, and look, it's hard to be a great athlete when you're that big, but goddamn. Package on FTR versus Briscoes 2, which I have not seen because I was busy that weekend, and I haven't been able to catch up because I've been busy with a whole bunch of work and other things. Then Ethan Page beat Leon Ruffin pretty quickly, while Stokely and Layla Gray, good. Anytime Layla Gray is on screen, it's a good thing. Apparently, she got engaged to whoever her boyfriend, now fiance, is at an Ohio Valley Wrestling show. Good for Layla Gray. Good for her. And I wish her, and I don't know his name. I don't know, but I wish them nothing but happiness. So, Eagle's Edge, 1, 2, 3. It was like 90 seconds, maybe. And then QT's talking to Cole Carter. Why is the factory still a thing? Why is QT allowed to cut promos on a national television product? And he wants Cole Carter to join the factory because they have such a great track record of winning. Then Lee Moriarty took on Matt Sydal in a decent match. Student versus teacher. Moriarty with some good heel work. Sydal came back. He's still so smooth in the ring. Stokely shows up and gets slapped down. I'm amazed they didn't dump his goddamn books like he was in a 80s situational comedy. But nevertheless, his glasses fell off. Oh no, and then Moriarty manages to get the victory. Okay, there you go with that. And he hands him his card, and Lee Moriarty takes it. Oh boy. Anything that gets Jade less promo time and less match time, I'm good with. Feature Moriarty. He's actually good in the ring. So anyway, we get Britt and Rebel cutting the pre-tape on Thunderstorm. If they give Brett the AEW Women's Championship back, then you're going to have to shut down the women's division and rebuild it because Britt had the championship long enough. You want to pass to somebody else other than Thunder Rosa at some point, that's fine. Maybe utilize Thunder Rosa better as a champion, and you might actually make the title mean something. And the title means about as much as the company wants it to mean, but it's just a shame that after Britt won it and Thunder Rosa beat her in a match where Britt honestly sold a lot more stuff than she should have. They've been here and there on Thunder Rosa's reign. I don't get why. So, Schiavone is with Claudio and Regal. Claudio gets cut a bit of a promo. Here's Wheeler Yuta. He's still the pure champion. Claudio is the Ring of Honor World Champion. And then Jericho strikes up, a conversation and basically just says, oh, well, I'm sick of this pandering, this kind of stuff. And Wheeler says, oh my God, you're going to talk about sports entertainers beating professional wrestlers every time, except I beat your guy and I can beat you. And then Jericho's like, oh no, you can't beat me. You can't beat me. And Wheeler's like, oh, I can. But nah, I don't want to have a match or whatever. And then Jericho says, how about this? You beat me, you can have the shot against Moxley at Quake by the Lake. So obviously that's telegraphing Jericho will not win. At least he won't win the Pure Championship because Jericho hasn't been pure in the ring for at least about 15 fucking years. And, well, that was easier than I thought. You're on. And, oh, there you go. The Acclaimed have a music video called The Trash Boys Trash Day Garbage Day And they beat up a black guy dressed up like Billy Gunn and beat up the ass boys dressed up like cowboys, aka the Smoking Guns. Do you get it? Do you get it? And we're going to have a dumpster match on Dynamite. And in a couple weeks, we're going to have Battle of the Belts 2. Or maybe it's in a week. I actually don't really know. I didn't pay attention to the date. But Claudio versus Takeshita. It's taken me a while to remember how to pronounce that. Then AJ and Ruby Soho certainly had a main event. Look, there was potential here for this to be good. It wasn't bad, but they've taken all the shine off of AJ. Her being a heel isn't the problem. Aligning her with the Jericho Appreciation Society, which is just a wrestling death stable, as it were, it's absolutely abysmal. She takes the cast off and decides to beat Ruby a little bit with it, not causing a DQ. Targets a hand. Ruby comes back with no future, just gets a 2, misses a senton. The Queen Slayer, the Queen Slayer, and then she throws off her wrist stuff. And then grabs the cast and chokes out Ruby with it and gets the victory. And even though she throws the cast away in blatant, view of the referee, Anna's still declared the winner because Ruby passed out. That's all I have to say. Rampage is getting to the point where not necessarily it's unwatchable because it is an hour, but it's getting to the point where it's almost unnecessary television. At least people get ring time. That's really about all I can say. Agree, disagree, what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.